All right, what's going on, everyone? Baseball's officially back, and the first spring training game is officially done. The Mets versus the Astros. The Astros beat the Mets 4-2. Does that really matter? No, these games do not count whatsoever. Lots of stuff to talk about on the first day of spring training. There's some news that came out as well, and we're going to get into all of it after the intro rolls. All right, well, this is just the first game of the two that will be today. Tonight, there will be Jose Butto on the mound in Port St. Lucie against the Miami Marlins. But as for the first game, the first contest of the year against an actual team, there wasn't much hitting, but the hitting that we saw definitely came from the right person. Brett Baty, what a game for him. 2 for 2, homer, single, 2 RBIs. I mean, that's definitely a good start for someone who is in consideration to make the team. Go ahead.
Yeah, welcome to the Brett Baty Show featuring the New York Mets. It seemed like today. Again, get on base. That on base percentage over 1,000. If you can find him in the inter squad game in this one, that's a hell of a start to the spring. But obviously, again, doesn't matter. But it's just good to see the kid coming in. He has pressure on him. Again, with us not signing Correa deal falling through, all the eyeballs are on that kid to play third base with Correa not here. And as great as it was offensively, see another miscue at third, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But again, offensively is what he is. That's what he is. He's a pure bat, and you hope the defense can improve. Worst case, he probably ends up in left field, which maybe for the Mets' future, maybe it's a good thing to have him in left. But and then maybe get Mauricio Sat at third base. But offensively, there's nothing more. Again, it's spring training game. He hit well in the inter squad game. Hit well here. Balls in the air. Did have this low ground ball single through the hole, but seeing the ball well, he's hitting it. There's not more, again, you can say what came in. Just good to see him with the confidence, having the pressure of, hey, the fan base is on you. Like, you need to be what I've gassed you up, it seems like, in the media has gassed you up for the last year. You got to be that guy. And the pressure on him, again, 2 games in, pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, today I think you started to see a lot of these players that are in minor league camp, and they're going to be in minor league camp pretty much throughout the entire spring. Warren Saunders, Kevin Kendall, William Lugo.
Wyatt Young, they're all still there.
Wyatt Young, these guys you're not going to see that much throughout spring training, but they did get a few reps. They might, you might see him throughout the first week, and then you're not going to see him that much. They're not going to make the cut.
We got a Parada signing, so it's all good.
We did get a Parada signing, and he struck out. Bust.
Alex Ramirez 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Bust.
Ramirez did not look good today at the plate. Obviously a little overmatched. He's still young. Again, I don't think we're going to see him for that long, but we'll definitely see, a lot from the prospects, especially with most of them going to the WBC. As for, Guillorme, Tim LeCastro, that's definitely not a top of the lineup that I think we're all going to be accustomed to seeing. Again, Denyi Reyes did pitch very well. I will say that. I do want to shine the light on that. 2 strikeouts, no walks, 2 really clean innings. I mean, he looked pretty good, looked sharp, looked fine. Adam Ottavino ran into some trouble, but he got out of it.
Yeah, with his left side of the infield.
We also had Zach Green, who was our major league section of the World 5 draft selection. So he either has to be on their 26-man roster by opening day or he's not. We saw a decent outing from him. Eric Orzi ran into a little bit of trouble. This Justin Courtney guy, again, another one that's not going to make the cut at all. Zach Muckenhern had quite a a tough outing there as well, but kind of just ran into some hard luck. Dazen Acosta. When I saw Acosta come out there, reminded me of Manny Acosta, and my life just flashed before my eyes for a good 5 seconds. And then my guy, Grant Hartwig, he struggled a little bit with his command, struggled a little bit with his control. But overall, nothing too crazy. Looked pretty good. Jalen Palmer, can I just say this? Can we cut this guy loose? I think it's time.
I don't know what he was doing on that fly ball in center field. He got there, like he was there. He felt the wall, and it just clanked off him. I'm like, what was that?
We had a video about minor leaguers we should be moving on from, and Jalen Palmer was in there. We just didn't really get to shed the light on that video. But yeah, I think it's time to move on from him. But overall, decent game overall from the guys that you definitely have expectations for. Brett Beatty, obviously someone that you're going to have your eye on throughout the entire spring training. Mets Marlins on SNY, correct?
Yes, it is. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more from DJ Stewart, but I guess not. But so far, whatever. Again, first game, nothing to overreact to. But I will say, we had the lead and we blew it, and I don't know how to feel about that going into the season. But as for news going on in Mets world, Nimmo is going to be taking some rest throughout the first week. Looks like that he has like a new regimen of everything. I don't know what the whole deal is with that. Jalen Davis was signed to a minor league deal. I don't know much about him, but he had like a decent sample last year. Very small though. And doesn't look like we're going to see Marte yet, but he's going to, I think that he's still on track for opening day. Darren Ruff, he got a cortisone shot in his wrist. A 36-year-old man has arthritis. What a fucking shock. But yeah. But how do you so overall with today's game, right? Going into the next game against the Marlins, you got Jose Budo on the mound. They already announced the lineup, which I'm sure will pop up in a second. Who's your guy to watch aside from Budo and aside from just Budo? Who else? Who's your guy to watch in the next game?
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the game that's just happened because Motormouth just went through everything. I want to say my piece before we move on.
Okay, no. You're gonna tell me who you got to watch?
No. We're gonna talk about what.
Excuse me. Don't overstep me.
No, I'm stepping right over.
I will send your ass to Uranus, bitch.
No. So back to the post game for the game. Again, I think the main is we'll see. Hartwig was, like you said, Hartwig struggled to like walk. He did walk a couple guys, but he still had two strikeouts. I guess was good to see. We didn't again. What was with they couldn't show any velocity. Like they were like not showing no velocity. I mean, I don't care about the spin rate with all that crap, but like it didn't do like and the MLB app wasn't doing their like the what's it called? The StatCast numbers, because everyone was complaining about that. So kind of lazy by MLB, and it's the Astros to an extent for not they're doing their job.
It'll be for the usually the Mets games have StatCast, but
again, it's the first game of spring. Who really cares? But I would have liked to see the velocity from guys like Hartwig and Orzi. But again, I guess who am I looking out for? Chungus, because we have not seen Chungus at Francisco Alvarez at all. Didn't play an inter-squad game. Was not in game one. Nito's starting game two. But can we get the kid in here, please? I get it. He's not the starting catcher, but the fact that we've seen Parada now. I mean, yes, one game. I'm overreacting to one game, but we didn't see him. We've seen Narvaez already play two. Nito's going to play two. Why is the kid not starting? We should, especially with the catching position. Why we got guys already playing 2 games in a row? Like
it's very important for Nick Mayer to get his playing.
And Nick Mayer getting burned, and then Kevin Parada getting the AB. The ninth inning, who really cares? But I guess Alvarez didn't see. We didn't see Ronnie as well. Ronnie's going to be on with the home squad. We saw Beatty obviously with Vientos on the road squad, and then Alvarez and Mauricio. Maybe even we see Jet. Who knows? Maybe Jet stays in. Maybe he gets like Parada a ninth inning AB. But again, we'll see. Budo is obviously the main guy. We're going to see start. We'll also have some interesting names pitching as well. I'll let you go through who are the probable pitchers for the nightcap. So there's a few guys to keep your eyes on the pitching we'll again, we'll see most of the starters. Nemo being a heel, getting his big contract, and getting lazy now. Good to see. Get him late, gets paid, and now he's obviously trying to keep him healthy. And then Marte, Buck said they had a schedule for Marte. He's not going to play early in spring, but they have a target date. I think was his statement. He said that they have a plan for Starling Marte. So again, most of the starters are in. We'll see if Chunga, when, and if, and hell, let's see if Darren Ruff probably not going to play with his cortisone shot. But again, Budo, and then see once Alvarez gets into the game what he can do, because Beatty's off and running. Can the other one get off and running as well?
Definitely a lot of guys that I'm very interested in are going to be on the 6 o'clock game. Of course, Jose Budo going to be starting it. Obviously, you should expect 2 or 3 innings from him. He's got a rubber arm. He knows he can go distance. So we'll see what happens with that. Jeff Brigham is expected to pitch as well. I'm excited to see that with his slider. You know how Hefner is with slider, so it's definitely one of those sites that you can always rely on. Steven Nagosic, his pedestrian reliever status of innings eating. He's there. Jimmy Akabonis, who is very interesting, very nice pitch set. He's got good stuff, so we'll see what happens with him. He has not had that much success in the majors yet, but whatever. William Woods, who was claimed off of waivers, and then DFA'd, and then brought back as a non-roster invite. TJ McFarland, who I know that you have your eye on, as well as a possible second lefty in that bullpen. And then, of course, my guy, Josh Walker, the dog himself. So those are the guys who are expected. Maybe, you get somebody else in there. I don't know, but those are your guys that are expected during this game. And it looks like everybody that was listed and expected for this game against the Astros pitched. Reyes, Green, Hartwig, Orzi, Ottavino, and Muckenhern. And then you also had some extra
Courtney
guys.
And the other guy,
Well, they always Acosta.
Yeah.
I don't know who those guys are. I don't think I need to learn much because I don't think they're going to be here for that long. And, that's what you're looking at right now. And, it's a decent first game, and then we blew it. I don't like losing like that. But other than that, that's it.
Request a trade package with Cedric Mullins and lefties. Perez people brought up at the deadline. I think the rumors of trades are done. I think you maybe see it Eduardo Escobar. Again, we're sorry first, but if Brett Beatty's having a great spring, potentially Escobar getting flipped for a pitcher. I could see that. If let's say a key injury for another team, let's say a team loses a third baseman and they have a surplus of pitching. There's a world where that happens. I'm not guaranteed.
Is Escobar a goner? I'm not going to jump the gate.
Exactly.
I'm not going to jump the gate yet. Because remember, Beatty started off his major league career with a home run, and then all of a sudden he was the worst hitter of all time. So fuck it. But no, again, it's something to look at because Beatty, he's dressed to impress so far, and again, this is very, very early, but Escobar may be on his heels. And we'll see what happens. Jonathan Arise, not impressed with that guy. Tell you that right now. Michael Perez, obviously just catching depth, defensive catcher. I was a little disappointed in Alex Ramirez, but again, he's young. He may have been a little bit overmatched. Tim LaCastro sucks. I'm sorry.
He got a stolen base. He's doing what he does.
I really don't care if he steals a base. The dude just stinks.
Hey, steal base.
I need hitting.
We got Brett Beatty, but it's all good.
Yeah, I know, and he's not going to play any good third base. So
we don't care about
these prospects, dude. What is with these prospects? We always have these guys. He can hit all right.
That's all we want, bro. Hitting.
Can we get one 5-tool star just once?
Hey.
Tim LaCastro is this year's Jankowski. Yeah, obviously.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah.
I'm just hoping that he doesn't make the roster over someone who possibly could provide more value than
and he's on a minor league deal, so he's got no guaranteed spot.
he is on a minor league deal, but so is Travis Jankowski, and we had this dude starting in the home opener.
Yeah, but he had a great spring. You know, I don't think as much as I love Tim Castro, but I do not think.
Where's Ronnie Mauricio? Expect him in the second game.
Yeah,
I think that he's going to replace Lindor pretty early.
Yeah,
he'll replace Lindor pretty early. That's what I would expect.
But who else? Jet Williams, maybe he stayed around. Again, I wouldn't
think so.
I wouldn't expect Jet, but maybe pop in like a ninth inning, like a Wyatt Young potentially coming in the second inning.
I think Jet you'll see next year. I don't think you see Jet this year.
You saw Parada. What's the difference?
I'm aware of Parada. Parada's a little bit older though.
It's spring. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't. Like you're.
I know, but Parada's a little older. Sometimes the first round picks they don't bring them there.
It don't.
And they didn't invite Jet Williams, so.
None of it matters. Spring training.
Don't start. No. Fuck you.
Reyes. Oh yeah.
The Reyes guy looked pretty decent. Yeah, he looked pretty nice today. Nothing special, but.
And again, he's facing an Astros lineup with just Jose Abreu. So, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, look good. Jose Abreu playing on the.
I don't understand that. None of their starters played except Abreu. But hey, it's his debut. Really, guys, we need a lefty again. Hey, you'll see him tonight. Hopefully, see my man TJ McFarland.
Hopefully he can prove. Hopefully TJ McFarland can prove that.
Or Joey Lucchesi, which maybe they said Lucchesi.
He made Jose Abreu chase. I mean I wouldn't say that's an accomplishment, but
you got a half decent slider. He's gonna go chase.
I'm a Jose Abreu hater, so we'll see. I hope Lucchesi. I don't think you'll see Lucchesi tonight, but
I think the same.
Obviously, because he pitched yesterday.
Yeah, I think he's talking about for the second lefty.
Oh, Lucchesi. Oh, for the second lefty. I don't know. We'll see.
It's a 2-pitch guide rather than 2-pitch guys in the bullpen than in the rotation, and then you can use McGill and Peterson.
I don't know if Lucchesi has that flair to be a reliever. He's got finesse to be a starter. But, he's going to get a start eventually, I'm sure. You're going to see that during the season, but yeah.
Trying to see of course, I'm just trying to pull up the second lineup with my notes for later. But Frank,
if you want to read off the lineup, you can.
Yeah,
Lucchesi
I'm trying to find it. Yeah.
Lucchesi, if anything, would be the Trevor Williams role. Yeah, I think they're definitely going to miss Trevor Williams this year. But that's just another story. But yeah. You want to read off the lineup? Go ahead.
Yeah, so
Use your projecting skills.
6 o'clock, not 7, my bad. But McNeil at second. Tommy Pham is still playing center field, batting. Or McNeil leading off. Pham 2 at center field. God, that's going to be something. Lindor at the 3 spot, playing short. Pete Alonso in the cleanup spot, batting 5th. Our good buddy Eduardo Escobar batting 6th and batting 5th and playing 3rd. Mark Hanna, Daniel Vogelbach, Abraham Almonte, and Tomas Nido doing the catching for Jose Abuto.
Okay, not bad.
So,
what do you guys think about Carrasco? Stay healthy. That's about it. That's all I can ask so far. I would have explored a trade in the offseason, but that time has passed. So we'll see. I think he does get dealt at the deadline, though, but that's a different story. It's expiring contract. It would be a good way to manage an asset, but the Mets don't like to do that. So
suckers. Yeah. So let's see. Is there anything else? There really is not much else to say.
All right, so for those of you in here, make sure to like the stream. We are going to be on later, which I'm sure there's going to be a lot more to talk about because there's going to be a lot more featured players in that game. But, we'll stay on here for a few more minutes, and then we'll be on our way to the next game, which is going to be at 6 o'clock. Mets-Marlins. Jose Budo gets the ball.
And then Scherzer tomorrow.
And then Max Scherzer tomorrow.
And then David Peterson against the Cardinals.
Nice.
Oh, it'd be great for me to watch that one. What do you got? But there's going to be trades like you've seen with last year with Joely. There'll be trades. in April, right before deadlines, teams trying to figure out their 26-man roster. They got an extra pitcher. Maybe they flip that for a much-needed bat or whatever. You're definitely going to see those types of trades. And again, that's why I say, again, if Brett does have an amazing spring, and if Escobar, let's say, has a half-decent one, and let's say a team loses their third baseman, there's a way that Escobar gets flipped for a couple assets before opening day. I wouldn't bank on it because I do think this team wants to have Eduardo Escobar be their opening day third baseman. But
he makes cute TikToks.
He does make cute TikToks, but there might be a world where that maybe Escobar gets flipped for a left-handed reliever or another, maybe a Steven Matz type. We get a bunch of quality pitchers, which again, never have enough arms in your bullpen / rotation. But again, we are the first day of spring training. Like the trade thing won't happen until the end of the month. So end of next month. So if they are going to be. So let's just enjoy we got baseball back and stop trading people. We haven't even seen the actual team play yet. They'll see them play in a couple hours. Can we let the team that we have on paper play before we start again blowing it up?
No. We cannot do that.
So again, that's pretty much it. Unless you guys have any last minute questions, and then worst case, you've got a question, just wait a couple hours and you can ask it later because we'll be back for game 2. So we'll go for like 4 more minutes, and then.
And this is the first split squad, and then they have another one in a few weeks or whatever.
A few days. They think like once a week they got a split squad. So
what?
Split squads. It's spring training. We're not gonna do. Yeah, we don't have to do every single spring training game. The regular season is different, but we don't have to do every single spring game. Like it's okay.
Yeah, well, the split squad ones
they're fun. It means you get 2 games in one. I'm all for it. 2 games a day.
Oh, I forgot.
What?
Okay. Nothing. Okay. But yeah.
It's kind of it. The Braves getting screwed by the pitch clock. That was fun, but yeah.
Oh, the Braves lost by the pitch clock, or
yeah, they
won
lost
by
yeah. What was the exact thing? Like they called them out.
No,
this is stupid.
stop.
Yeah.
We're not doing this. Okay, we're not doing this. All right. Oh, first game of the season. Oh, Mets won. Oh, Braves lost.
This is literally the Braves are in this because it's the most like controversial ending because it's all over Twitter right now.
It's like what Raider fans do. It's like, oh, the Raiders are 1-0. The Chiefs are 0-1.
Hey, and we're the Chiefs in that
situation.
Not mad.
We all know how the story ends.
So it was called an automatic strike. It wasn't
okay.
I don't know. This whole thing is stupid, but whatever. So, all right. I think we've done our piece for the road game. We'll see who's going to be. Is it going to be Gary, Keith, and Ron? Is it just going to be Gary? Please don't be Todd Zeal and Steve Gelbs again. I don't want to hear those 2 idiots talk ever again to call a game. So,
yeah. All right. I think that's where we're going to end it, and we'll be back later. My guess is around 9 o'clock Eastern time, around there.
Yeah.
8:45 maybe, because these games are going pretty quick.
This game was 2.5 hours, so we'll see 2.5 hours probably after 6 o'clock.
Okay, so
8:45
is my guess, around there. Yeah. But that's our post-game show. We'll have a lot more to talk about in the second one, obviously, with more featured players there. And lots and lots to talk about throughout all of spring training. If you guys have not seen our video that came out yesterday about everything you need to know going into spring training, please go check that out with me, my guy to my right, and of course Frank, who most likely will be here at the beginning, starting off the post game for
the nightcap.
The night game. So other than that, final score 4-2, even though it really does not matter. Brett Beatty definitely stole the show today. Definitely the standout player. And hopefully we have a lot more to discuss later. So we'll see you guys next time. Let's go Mets. First game is in the books of spring training. And we're on to the second game tonight for Mets Marlins. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.